Hello everyone. So here we have another question types, which is a parajumbled question, or we can say that paraformation question, or you can say that ordering of the sentence, right? Ordering of the sentence. Now, the direction for the question is what? There are four sentences, labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, are given below. When properly sequenced, that would produce a coherent paragraph. What we need to do, we need to decide on the proper sequencing of the order of the sentences and key in the sequence of the four numbers as the answer, isn't it? So for that reason, we need to observe and identify the theme or key idea of that sentence or sentences, and then after we need to put them in a proper order. Let's look at the first sentence. What is it stated? What is more, self-relevance appeared to account for the differences in how participants responded to the images more than a long list of various image features did. Second, the participants varied a lot in how they rated the different paintings, right? So obviously the repetition is the participants and how participants. So then third is stated overall, the results suggest that self-relevance, okay, self-relevance matters for how people respond to visual art, right? But there is a contrast. On the whole, the more they rated a piece of art as being personally relevant to them, the higher they tended to rate its aesthetic impact. Okay, now let's look into it. The first sentence which we read it, what is more self-relevance? What is more self-relevance seemed to account for the difference in how participants responded to the images more than a long list of various image features did. Now, this sentence does what? Expands on the finding that self-relevance was what? Self-relevance was a more important factor than other image features in determining ratings, isn't it? That's what sentence one is stated. Does that what it's self-relevance was a more important factor than other image features in determining ratings. So that's what it expands. Now, in that case, means sentence two, which is stated about what? That the participants varied a lot in how they rated the different paintings. Now, sentence two seems like what? The participants varied a lot in how they rated in the different paintings, appearing like what? Introducing the idea, introducing, introducing the idea so that there was significant or important variation in ratings among participants, right? On what that called as a different paintings. Okay, so sentence two indicating about introducing the idea. So, and then after, if I look at the sentence three stated about overall the result suggests that self-relevance matters for how people respond to visual arts, right? So in that case, we can say that this could be overall. The word overall clearly indicating nothing but a conclusion. So conclusion. So and this indicates nothing but the concludes the paragraph by summarizing. You can say that the importance of self-relevance in response to visual art. Why? Because it is stated the result suggests that self-relevance matters for how people respond to visual art. In that case, we can consider it is nothing but a concluding sentence that summarizes the importance of self-relevance in response to visual art. So we find out that two could be the introductory one and three could be a concluding one. So now we need to find out where do we put 1 and 4 or whether it could be 4 or 1, right? So let's look into it. So we have done 2, 3, red and 4. 4 said what? But on the whole, the more they rated a piece of art as being personally relevant to them, the higher they tended to rate its aesthetic impact, right? Now, in that case, sentence 4 explains explains what? Explains a key observation. What is that key observation? That related to the variation in ratings. So it is stated that higher ratings, right? Higher ratings can or were given to art deemed personally relevant, isn't it? So in that case, we can say sentence 4 could be nothing but indicating a key observation related to the variation in ratings, and they were given to art deemed personally relevant. So in that case, we find out two as the introductory one, which is stated how they rated the different paintings, but on the whole, they rated more, right? Explaining a key observation. So three should come after that. And one should be next. Why? Because one stated about, um, okay, okay. Uh, we did something wrong here. So two would be the first because it stated about introducing the idea. The participants varied a lot in how they rated the different paintings. That is the beginning, and three is the conclusion. And four said what? But on the whole, the more they rated a piece of art as being personally relevant to them, the higher they tended to rate um, its aesthetic. Okay, so two will follow with the four, right? Because four contrasts to it. Then one will be said, what is more self-relevant seem to account for the difference in how participants respond to the images more than a long list of various features did, right? So in that case, we can say this sentence expands on the finding that self-relevance was more important factor than other image features in determining rating, isn't it? So in that case, 241 would be there and 3 is the concluding one. So in that case, if we look into it, 2413 could be a correct one because 2 indicating introducing the information about the participant varied a lot in how they rated the different paintings. 4 said contrast to it by saying that, but on the whole, the more they rated, right, they rated means the participants rated a piece of art as being personally relevant to them. The higher they rate its aesthetic impact. So what is more? So more is indicating beside giving rate to its aesthetic impact, self-relevance seemed to account for the difference in how participants responded to the images more than a long list of various image features did, isn't it? So in that case, 2, 4, 1 would be a correct sequence and 3 is the concluding one because overall the result suggests that self-relevance matters for how people respond to visual art. So in that case, 2, 4, 1, 3 could be the correct sequence for this question's answer. I hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.